Hey everybody, this is Olga with AskYourSoul.org, and today, as I promised in my last video, I think, I'm gonna do a walkthrough or a flip through, I guess we'll see how that goes, with this new deck that I just recently got. This is Archangel Raphael Healing Oracle Cards by Doreen Virtue. A lot of you know this lady. And I don't know, it was just one of those decks that I really felt called to get. Because the thing is that I've been very careful about not doing like healing readings for people because I feel like I need to learn more about this, despite the fact that I've had a lot of health challenges on my path and my journey. But I feel like to do a good job, I really need to learn more about how to do healing readings, right? So until then, I was like, okay, I'm just not going to get anything. But this one, for some reason, it just really, really spoke to me. And I'm actually really curious to see this deck and hopefully use it in my practice. So as usual, we have this guidebook, a pretty regular guidebook, pretty thick actually. And what I like about these cards is that they give you both a word and then a description, right? So to me, this type of cards, like, they don't work for everybody, of course, but I just feel like, especially if you're just starting out, those are the best to start out with. The ones that have the messages clearly outlined in them, because it kind of like helps you get used to how to read them. Okay, and also plus, you know, the pictures also help, and just the colors, like paying attention to those, that's important as well. But most importantly than anything is just your intuition, you know, how you feel about them. Well, at least in my understanding. So, okay, let's quickly, hopefully, go through these. Okay. And then once I'm done, I'm gonna do a little card pull for you. Oops, they're still sticking together. I like how specific these are. See, like caffeine free, you know, that's pretty damn specific. And just in general, Archangel Raphael is a healing archangel, so whenever you have health issues, he is really good to ask for help. Change physicians, look at that. Consult a nutritionist. These are very practical, if you ask me. Divine intervention. Do more research. Love that. I love this angel who's like exercising. That's awesome. Oh yeah, don't we all need that? So, I guess this is not for people who don't want, like, Jesus mentioned in anything. Just FYI. I so miss sunlight today. It's been such a weirdly snowy day, but if you live in Colorado, you know how that goes, right? So it's just, it was supposed to be a sunny day, but it's really not. It's snowing like crazy. Yes. Okay, well, there has to be a no card too, though. Duality. Hello. But overall, these seem really cool. I like the fact that they have very clear messages on them, and I also like the fact that they're so practical and pragmatic, That's usually not something that you get in angel cards. So, okay, I am gonna pull a few of these to see if we have a beautiful message for you today. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I don't know, usually I do more cards, but for some reason I felt like it has to be two, and literally these two jumped out at me. So this is something that your guides want you to know right now. Let's see. Look at that. So it says avoid allergens. And just so you can see this better, it says, Dear Archangel Raphael, please assist me in identifying and avoiding allergens that may be toxic to my health and happiness. Help me to only crave healthful foods and beverages. That's a really good advice in general for pretty much everyone. And then this one says, ask your body for a message. I thought at first it said massage. I'm like, ask your body for a massage. How is that going to happen? So it says, Dear body, please help me hear your messages. Archangel Raphael, please guide me in honoring and respecting my body's needs. So these are really, really great reminders for us. Especially with allergens, I have discovered throughout my journey with ulcerative colitis, which I've had for over a decade at this point, that allergens are huge, okay? And for most people, a lot of them are... Let me preface this by first saying that I am not a medical professional of any kind. Okay, so this is not me giving medical advice of any kind. This is just me reading oracle cards. You do with that what you will. But I'm just sharing from my own experience as someone who has been on this path for a long time, who's tried a lot of different things. And I can honestly say that if you have especially digestive issues, but it could really relate to a million other things as well, like acne and everything in between. So allergens do have a lot to do with how healthy we are. And if we just keep bombarding our immune systems and just our bodies with stuff that it doesn't want and it doesn't know what to do with, it's no surprise why we end up having to deal with diseases and stuff that we really don't want in our bodies. So when I think of allergens, I feel like the biggest ones are usually gluten, dairy, and for most people it's eggs as well. But it is really important to ask your body for a message. I feel like they're actually interrelated. You asking your body for a message about the allergens that you shouldn't be taking in. Okay, so for you personally, it could be honey, it could be coffee, it could be a lot of different things that for other people work just fine, but that's what happens because I feel like when we're overwhelmed, our bodies are overwhelmed with stuff that's really bad for us. Pretty much anything new that you start taking, even if it's not bad, quote unquote, but there's something off about it, immediately your body starts to react. It just immediately tells you, hey, I don't like when you feed me this crap. And this could also be a lot of ingredients that we don't even pay attention to, like guar gum or something like that. You know what I mean? It could be anything, honestly. So I definitely encourage you to be very careful about how you feed yourself. How do you feed your soul? How do you feed your mind? How do you feed your body? Because these are all different things of the same, one big system. Okay, so for you to have a healthy system overall, you have to really pay attention to every single aspect of it and everything that's letting you know, hey, that was too much chocolate. That's me, okay? For me, I can never say no to chocolate. But at least I've committed to only eating chocolate, that's dark, that's high quality, hopefully raw. And I try my best to never say never, but I try my best to avoid chocolate that's like lower quality, and especially, like, I don't want to talk shit, but Hershey's, oh my god, like, how is that even chocolate? Like, when I smell it, I just feel disgusted. I can't even, ugh. Sorry, that's just my personal preference, but I just remember this one time we put a few different Hershey bars in a plastic jar and closed it, and then opened it, like, in a couple of days, and the smell was just atrocious. Like, it was so gross. I couldn't believe that, like, I don't even know what's in it other than, like, sugar and some disgusting grossness. I don't know. Anyways, I could never be a Hershey spokesman or spokeswoman. But, it is important to at least give your body that much respect. You know what I mean? If you are going to eat stuff that that's not exactly healthy for you, at least make it a point to get something that's high quality and that you're like truly, truly enjoy, that you can just sit there and savor the moment. You know what I mean? And you're just like, wow, I know it's not the best for me, but God, this is good, and like you're really, at least on an emotional level, you are experiencing something positive. You know what I mean? Of course, ideally, it's better to cut everything out that's not good for you. But at the same time, it doesn't have to be all or nothing. Like, you can have a little piece of whatever here and there, okay? As long as you know that it's not gonna lead to you becoming obsessed and obsessive and having to eat it every single day, and you know what I mean? Just stuff like that. So just like really watching out for number one, you know what I mean? Watching out for what your body needs, what your body wants. And a lot of the times those seem like two very different things. But I would argue that if you start a certain regimen and you detoxify your body enough, but again, you have to be like really careful with detoxification type of stuff. I'm just saying that once you get used to healthier types of food in general, you actually do start craving things that are bad for you less. And that's what's so cool about it. Like, I know it doesn't feel like when you're just starting out, because that's all you crave. But eventually, after a couple of weeks, it gets easier, I would say. So it's more, I don't even know, I feel like it's more mental than anything else. It's more about like, do I really want this, or is it just my habit talking? Or am I just trying to compensate some feelings that I don't want to process? Usually it's stuff like that. With food, right? That's why they call it comfort food, because it makes you feel comfortable when you're eating it. At the same time, avoiding stuff that you probably should be facing, right? I mean, I really hate to say should, but I hope you know what I mean. Anyways, so that's the message for you today. Avoid allergens. And I would even say this first. Ask your body first for a message and ask which allergens you should be avoiding. And whatever comes to you, really pay attention to that. Because I honestly believe that you wouldn't get the message that you're getting if there wasn't something to it. That's just my understanding of how everything works in this world, and synchronicity is a huge part of it. Other than that, I want to wish you only the best on this health journey and whatever is going on for you. I hope it at least helps you get wherever it is that you need to be, wherever it is that your soul wants to be. So if you are going through a challenging time health-wise, I can really empathize with you, and I just hope that you remember that nothing lasts forever, and usually it's through the toughest challenges that we learn the most and we can actually grow the most and maybe eventually help others the most, So definitely take heart, be gentle with yourself, listen to your body, please. Like, it's always speaking to us. It has the most amazing, incredible intelligence, and we just don't give it enough credit usually. Sending you so much love and light. Thank you so much for watching. If you're interested in a personal reading, please reach out to me via askyoursoul.org. Otherwise, have an awesome day or night, and I'm sending you only love and light and whatever else you wish for yourself. Have a good one. Thanks for watching. Bye.